Hey, if you're watching this, yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate you. Um, yeah, I just kind of want to start off. If you're looking for something honest, authentic, someone to be real, I guess, then maybe, well, this is the video, or this is that video. Might not be the video for you, and that's okay. But if you're looking for encouragement or yeah, inspiration or some kind of creative revelation, I'm not sure if this is going to be that. There's no script, and yeah, it's just going to be me kind of sharing my thoughts. So if you do watch that and if you do push through, just know that that is appreciated from my part. I do appreciate that. And yeah, this is just, I guess it's not really a video that I've been wanting to make for or ever really, but it is something that has, I don't know, it's things that have been weighing on me for quite a while, and I think as time goes on, it just gets a heavier weight. So I was in the shower this morning, feeling pretty, I don't know, bleak about things. Not about things for myself really, although kind of, yeah. But yeah, I was just feeling like I'm struggling. And I'm struggling with a lot of things, and I think that's why I wanted to title this video, I Struggle. Yeah, just, if you don't know, I live in China, and that's not the thing that I struggle with. I mean, there are struggles around that, but I'm a teacher. I teach English and music, and that's a big thing that I struggle with, is education and teaching. It's something that I'm genuinely passionate about. I really feel like teaching is incredibly important. Education is, I think it's the most important, or maybe not the most, but it's right up there, number 2 or 3 of the most important things. Actually, I mean, I don't really like thinking about it. There's no scale or tier of it. Like it all kind of fits into a puzzle. There's no number 1 piece. They just go together, and education is something that weighs heavy on me. I struggle with that. I work in an industry where there's so much fake, I don't know, there's so much fakeness that as a teacher, it's become less important to actually teach and to educate the students to better themselves and to better our community. It's more, the priority has become, we need to fake it. We just need to get these kids through, pass them on to the next grade. They don't really actually need to know how to be human. We just need to give them the answers so that when they have the tests and exams, that they can put those answers in the right place and move on. And actually, so much that I see is that we don't even need to give them the answers. We don't need to give them anything. We just need to have them in a class, and their parents need to pay money, and then they just need to go to the next grade after that. And you see it with the Harvard scandals and university entrance scandals, people paying money to go to universities or paying money for degrees, students just being abused. And the thing is, I think that I see with the students that I have, they just go on to become a bigger version of that cheating, of that lying, of that fakeness. And it weighs on me that we're not teaching our children and our students the value that they have and the value of their thoughts and exploration. We're not teaching them that it's okay to not know all the answers. It's okay, and it's very valuable to make mistakes and to learn from those mistakes and to see, oh, okay, well, that's the mistake that I made. How can I fix that? How can I learn from that? We don't really teach them that anymore, and I do try. I don't know if I succeed. And that's another thing that I struggle with, is I struggle with, am I of any value? Am I giving value to the people around me, to YouTube, to my Instagram or whatever? Like, am I actually providing a value that can add something to you, the person watching this, life? Am I challenging people around me? Am I challenging my students to look further, to look deeper, to look harder, to put away their phones, to put away the distractions, and to try find solutions and find ways of enjoying this thing that we call life? And I also struggle with that. I struggle with this, with content, that we are just so self-involved. We've become, wow, that's beautiful. We've become so tuned out and specifically wired and dialed into our brands that we live our life as if it's a business, and that we don't listen to the birds, that we don't go out, that we don't sit under a tree and appreciate the shade. We don't appreciate what trees do and provide for us. We don't appreciate what other people around us provide and do for us, that they have lives, that they have struggles. And I mean, that's why I love street photography, is because I'm watching people, and it's beautiful for me that I don't really want to talk anymore. I just want to listen. I hope you guys can hear the birds. It's a crazy hot day here, and just, I know it looks overcast. It is overcast, but it's just ridiculously hot. But still, the birds and the animals are out, and they're communicating, and they're symbiotic. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I mean, I suppose this is probably going to be a long video, and yeah, but I struggle with that as humans, yeah, we're just like everything outside of this area here. This is the area that occupies our mind, that occupies our lives, this area here. And I mean, I suppose I'm being hypocritical, because this is the area that's occupying my mind now, or my life is this. But like, yeah, I think of I enjoy street photography because I imagine other people's lives, and I appreciate that there are other people doing other things vastly different from what I do, and they like other things vastly different from what I like. They live a completely separate, different life. And for me, that's wonderful. That's amazing, because the thing is, they live their life, and that impacts my life. Maybe they designed the shirt. Maybe they made this mic or this camera, or maybe they were involved in making a car, or making sure that the subways run on time, that they clean the subway, that they clean this area, or that they provide a service that we need. Fixing shoes, cutting things according to your design, printing. Every single person has a part, and their life matters just as much as our life. Their interests, their likes matter just as much as mine. They might not be something that we give much thought to, but that doesn't mean that they don't matter. It doesn't mean that they don't give value or give us anything of value. A lot of the things that we don't even see, a lot of the people that we will never, ever, ever, ever meet, have a great deal of value. And think about, like, with content and creation, we know who came up with Instagram, we know who invented Facebook, and like, we know those big players. We know who invented the iPhone, who invented, well, not many of us know, but who invented cameras and microphones and a way to transmit this over the internet and the internet. Like, we know the big names for the most part, but we don't know the important names. Like, we don't really even take time to think of, hang on a second, I'm watching something that someone in China posted, and he used a camera and a microphone to do that. And we don't think about those things. We just take it for granted. Okay, there it is. There's a new camera coming out in every 3 seconds, and it's the latest and the greatest, and it's the best, and I can have it. But we don't take time to think that there was someone that explored a way to do that, to make those things. And yeah, I think we just need to maybe look up a little bit. And yeah, that makes me feel joy, but also sad, because it reminds me of the movie Don't Look Up. And that's also something that I really, really struggle with, that there's so much art, there's so much stuff being made about how we need to care, how we need to look up and to pay attention to what's going on around us, and how we need to be mindful. And it just seems like it's content. That's what it is. It's something, it's entertainment. It's something to take our minds away from things for a bit. And I'm not saying that there isn't a place for that, for entertainment, for just getting free of ourselves for a little bit. But I think probably what humanity needs is to be stuck in ourselves and to not be able to look away from what's going on around us. Because I think that's something that I really, really struggle with, is it's so easy to look away from what's happening in our world. It's so easy to be distracted from what's going on in Ukraine, from what's going on in Palestine and Israel, from what's going on in Africa, from what's going on in America, from what's going on here in China, and everywhere there's stuff going on, but it's incredibly instant. Like that. We are distracted, and there's something else that we can be fixated on. And yeah, I feel like we have blinkers on, and we're fixated on this, and we're not. And I feel like we should have reverse blinkers where this is blocked out and all we can see is this. I feel like we really need to take a look around us and to stop this device singularity, and to just look, just appreciate, look around. I struggle with where we're going as humans, as humanity, with AI, and just how unbelievably lazy we have become. That we want a robot, a computer, an algorithm to do everything for us, that we complain about everything. Oh, the algorithm. Oh, the algorithm. Oh, AI. And I mean, I know I'm complaining, but we don't do dishes. We don't design a postcard anymore. We don't design a birthday card for our family or someone we know. We just type in a prompt. Our life is not a prompt. I don't think there's beauty in a prompt. And I'm not saying that there's no place for AI. It's cool in a way that we're finding ways for technology to move to a place where we have to do less. But I also don't think that's a good thing. I think that we find and we learn value from doing the difficult things, the things that we don't want to do. For me, cleaning our apartment is something that I really don't like doing. It's something that I don't want to do. But when I do it, it makes me appreciate that I have a home, that my wife and I have something of our own, a place that we can call home and that we can decorate as we want and that we can invite friends over and enjoy together. And I appreciate that I have the ability to clean it, that I have the ability and the responsibility to look after our home, to care for and to make sure that it lasts. I'm not really sure if I'll even post this. You hear the bird. I guess, I'm posting this or sharing this. If I do post it, I'm sharing it because I feel isolated in this incredibly connected world. I feel like all that exists is me as a brand, as a niche, and that there's so much around me that deserves my attention, deserves me looking at and trying to help with. If you're a student, if you're any age actually, but particularly because I work with students, if you're a student, I want to challenge you to put down your phone, get away from social media for a while, and ironic because this is on social media, but get away from that and to find a problem and try solve it. Or even just go out, walk around, go find a tree, sit in the shade, look at the tree, look at the ecosystem of that tree. Discover something new in your community, in your town, in a town next door. Greet people that you've never met before. Say hello. Say it's great to see you. Because I thought COVID would have taught us to appreciate that for months we were not allowed to go out of our houses, that we were not allowed to see other people. And I thought that COVID would have taught us the beauty of that just seeing someone, another person, is amazing. Just having that opportunity to make a friend. If that was taken away from us, if you were alone, we would not do very well for a moment of time. I struggle with how we gatekeep. On social media, it's something that's really big there, but I think we gatekeep in life because our viewpoints, if people don't align exactly with our viewpoints and we just toss them aside and we cast them away and they're everything that's wrong with the world. But we're not made to be identical, to be robots. We're not made to regurgitate the same stuff. We have brains, we think, we feel, we have emotions. And we're made that way because that's what makes up the tapestry that is our life. I don't know. I don't know. I struggle. And I'm kind of just sharing this in kind of a hope of a vindication, just to feel like I'm not alone. And that's selfish because I don't want to feel alone. It's selfish, but I think it's valid, it's fair to not want to feel alone, to want to feel like there are others that care and have these feelings. So if you have those feelings, and I'm doing this because I want you to know that you're not alone. And I want to challenge you to be authentic, to be real, and to share your struggles. It doesn't have to be with me, it doesn't have to be with the internet, but with someone next to you. To take a walk with your friends or partner, or even just by yourself, and admire the sounds, the smells, the sights around you, and just to think a little bit further than your hands and your nose and your feet. Like to think what if, think what happens in those people's lives. What if they weren't here? What if we didn't have someone who made a paveway or made a street or made a park? Or what if no one cared about all the trees and we just cut them down? What happens if I plant a seed here? What happens if I say hello to that person? What happens if I put away my phone and actually engage with people face to face? If I tell them I appreciate them, if I tell the cashier at the supermarket, thank you, I appreciate you. What happens if I buy them a Coke or a chocolate? Or what happens if I show some appreciation for living? I guess. I struggle. I'm struggling. I hope people around me aren't struggling as much as I am with just being comfortable in who I am and what's going on around me. But I also hope that this can encourage you to be authentic and to be real and to put away our perfect little brands and niches forever, actually. Just be real and to acknowledge that things can be difficult, that we can and we do struggle, but that's also fine. That's the way we wrestle with the world, we wrestle with who we are. So I guess if I don't stop now, I don't know when I'll stop this recording. But I appreciate you watching if you've watched. Just if you do anything today, tell someone around you that you appreciate them, and do something for someone else. Put yourself aside and look up, look around you. I guess. Thanks. See ya.